Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my blind playthrough, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country, with the Japanese voices enabled. In the last video, we left off doing some more stuff, and particularly some extra stuff. I guess more specifically, we were busy doing stuff. Oh, we found another good one. We found another one of the character's favorite dishes, which is nice. Alright, anyway. Yeah, we found... last video we left off mostly just getting some skills and whatnot. And now we are gonna be doing some other stuff. Other stuff as we continue to level up skills. We're gonna be going for Dannagh ones next, mostly this one. But we'll also check some other skills. As yes, I did do some battling off screen to get some skills, and I lied about the fact that we were gonna get those anyway, although I think some of the remaining ones had to do other stuff. And in case you're wondering, I've been basically farming this skip travel point by Turgoff Cemetery non-stop to try and get a yellow item. I think I've done like 10 of these so far, and I don't think I've gotten a single flower that I need. We need a golden flower, in addition to needing some shepherds first. But yeah, we need a super rare item that I think can only be found in Moth, and the best way of finding that is to farm the pretty wildfire flowers section over here. Although try as I couldn't really find that as well as I thought. This might be one thing I have that I may just have to cheat and look up a little bit later. The reason why it's so important is because we need it to make this Lady Haze's favorite item, so that Haze can actually gain another skill. And that's why I'm doing this. But yes, this, as you can see, this is pretty easy to farm once you know what to do. All you do is re-enter a skip travel point, and you can farm it very quickly. And there are 2 points to farm here too, so it's not that old to at least get one item. Although I've been trying for a bit and not much has been happening, so I think it's about time we just moved on. Before we move on though, we need to head back to this area, complete our main quest, but also get another quest set up. You notice there was like a special thing that we had to do in terms of a skill, and to do that skill we actually need to sell some stuff for money, which I forgot is a thing we can do. We're gonna look for these items first, because some of these are gonna be useless. Like, we could sell these. Don't really need that. You get rid of all these other stuffs. Sunlight Eye too. The down room seems like that would be useful, more useful. This is also so useless. And then I think this is one of the better ways to handle this stuff. That could be useful, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it anyway. If there's a double of an item, I can get rid of that. Okay, these belts are actually pretty good. I should probably keep those. Don't really need to extend launch duration. Better items for that, probably. And then we can get rid of that. Oh, I could actually check how much I have just based off that. I think we need like a... No, these item is happy. Start each battle with aggro. Yeah, that's a useless one. I'll just get rid of that. Driver shackle resistance. We'll get rid of everything but the 65% one. We'll keep those infantry vest. Beasted. Get rid of that. Okay, I feel like we already have plenty of those items. Alright, I was just doing that until I checked to see if I had the IS I need, which I did. So now Minoff should have his level 2 while I can start building up stuff. And he does have mining now, but he needs to use his crafting skill first. You can have that. That's probably what we're gonna do next, and we can also defeat Impa Lizards pretty easily. I know exactly where they are, although I think I want to do the main storyline before I do any more. Both to have more abilities unlocked and do other stuff. Before I do that, though, let's quickly change our slots. With that, and I noticed there was a 22% boost strength. We're gonna put the best one on Laura. I'm gonna put the other one on him, replacing this higher level enemies one, because eventually we're gonna start out leveling stuff and this will become useless. But though for grinding it was certainly very useful, because crazy damage dealt to high level enemies actually was big, because there are a lot of enemies that will be higher level than you at first, so it's actually kind of important. But I'll give him a strength boosty item now. And her I've just gone with the full offensive salve. And Ether, and he's gonna keep the tank set. We could technically go extra and use extra defense as well. Let's see. Because we could increase our dexterity as well. But I might wait until there's a better percent one to do that. Alright. And then I guess now I want to actually see if Minoff has enough items. I actually farmed a lot of items off scene so that we can get his thing used. Okay, good. Okay, we need exquisite perfume, which we do not have yet. Oh, we need that penicillin from earlier for that. It's a good thing when you've grinded that a bit. Could be all of these. Everything but wildflower salad. We literally got everything but the shepherd's cornet. Oh, that's a really good special recharge. Look at this item. Alright. Bifra needs to use her crafting skill too. Let's look for an item. It's easy enough to make. Like this one. And this, I guess. Alright. Gonna advance these two one level, but not really much. Okay. I'm gonna do all that, unlock some more skills, and I think we should actually be strong enough to do a decent bit of the game now. I think we're just gonna do most of this just Everest out. Okay, so that gets us mining and focus. That's the main reason I did those ones. And we do need some actual skills up to progress the game. If we don't get certain skills ranked up high enough, we can't unlock all the rewards. So it's important that we actually unlock as many of them as we can. Alright, now we talk to the medical professional. Hello there, Mungo. Inside, your companions are your side. May bully guess, were you so kind as to come to here in order to attain some desert traveling preparation? Bane on the mark. Here's enough 20 carrots and extract from several people's share of remedies. Oh, very good. It never hurts to be well provisioned. You know, I have no idea how touched I am. This guns not only my heart, but those of the Resistance and the people of Valletta, huh? Looks like you finally found it within it. You know, to bear the burdens of Torna, Your Majesty. Wonderful. Sorry, Muggle, I'm not sure I follow you. To think the day would finally come, the long years I spent waiting for Your Majesty to ascend to the throne. You aren't think of doing anything like that, are you? No, the thought never even crossed my mind. Where's all that coming from, Yes, His Majesty the King has a kind heart, no doubt about it. A little too kind at times, to do what he must. Feel that many of his subjects long for decisive and resolute leadership, such as the Prince can offer. Zadam, if only I could lay claim to such a irresistible charisma. Your Imperial Majesty, what a thing to say. Zadam possesses great virtue, but I must humbly assert that Your Majesty has at least an equal portion. I concur absolutely with Aegon, Your Majesty. I really think you're making too much of this charisma of mine. Anyways, I could never usurp a lawful ruler of mine. I want to go on to the royal capital, but only to protect Torna, not to take it over. Really? Well, that's a terrible shame, really, if you ask me, Your Majesty. I don't know if you were serious or not there, Mungo, but either way, that kind of talk is unwise, to say the least. Prince Zedar is notoriously insecure. If he heard something like that, things could get pretty interesting. Interesting? It's alright for some. Huh, anything's interesting when you can just sit back and watch for the sidelines. Well, I was certainly moved by your declaration of loyalty, Your Majesty. I promise to be a bit more discreet about my hopes for you to ascend to the throne from now on. Then you can stop addressing me as Your Majesty. Well then, my good apothecary, for how much can we acquire your desert medicine? Ah, yes, the purpose of your visit. Forgive me, I got a little sidetracked there. State the ingredients and combine them post-taste. There we are, desert medicine for 5. Fungo. Now at last we can finally cross Ret Bridge and make for the capital. I'll pray for the safety of your journey, Your Majesty. Alright. Okay. Main storyline quest is done. We found a random fast travel point that we never noticed before, called the Awesome Magnum. And it has this withered tree here that we can use swift swordplay on to create a path. Alright. And on that is the treasure trove. And another item. We can command the water to inundate it, which causes the river to slightly flood a bit more. And that allows us to get to another area. Yeah, now we can go up here and collect this pristine water slide. And there's a geyser we can interact with as well. I think this will allow us to get to somewhere else later. The reason why we're doing all of these right away is because we want to have these spots for the field skills marked for later, so that way we can come back to them later and see what they do. I'm gonna collect some more flight point. More of these. Of course, before I could figure out whether or not the golden I need is here or here, I need to find a super rare golden cereal, whatever. I found multiple of other ones, but I just haven't had luck with the flowers that we need. It might be something that I have to look up at some point. Although this is a blind playthrough, I may be looking up certain ways to acquire specific items, just to make the thing a bit easier. Although I'll be still trying to avoid spoilers of the storyline. Yeah. So we kind of failed that last chain attack we did before, but now we understand that it's either different ranks that trigger it, or if you can get different elements, then it's you can actually get to the same element though too. I have done it before. I just could do it more than once technically. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, we'll find a capital city for once. Now, apparently, Jin may send something.
どうしたの? いや、この村どこか懐かしい。そんな気がしたんだ。以前来たことがあるとか? 記憶にはない。ただ。じゃあこの村散策してみない?
Alright.
何かあるかもしれないし。あ、そうだな。
Oh, there's some new stuff here. Yeah, boosts max of HP by 20%. Already have something better. Steam Belt. Already have something better. I'll buy one of these, I guess. Just for the funsies, we'll buy one of each this time. I do believe there's a thing for saving money. This is probably the one we want to look at. Okay. Well, actually, before I do that, I need to actually check. Because I didn't do so before, I need to check which stuff is better for who. Oh, this is only better for one person. Okay, magnet chip's a little better. Has quite a few uses, actually. Can I use this? That's useful. Alright. Got as much damage as we can out of that. Now let's see what else we can fit in. I think there's some other stronger ones. Okay, none of these have any special effects, but this one has more damage, although the Axum HP might actually be better. Because it's not stronger by much, I think I can just keep this. This one already doesn't have any special effects, so I'll go ahead and buy this weapon for Haze. And I do it one at a time, by the way, just so you can equip it right away. It saves a little bit of time versus having to equip each one individually. Minoff already got his big weapon, apparently. Let's see here. 20 damage versus 50. I think 50 strength is better. We can always weigh on a different weapon. Whereas this one, I think the stats are probably actually more important. I'm actually glad that I farmed magnet chips. Alright. Whoa, cool. It's been ages since I saw dryers and blades. The village is so small, it's only got 2 houses and an inn. It used to be way bigger, but people don't really come by anymore. If you're gonna stay at Teal's Inn, come by and play with me, okay? Alright. We're building more of a community again. It's kind of crazy that this community is basically how you get more quests. And some more green barrels to destroy. Pretty soon we'll be done with this quest. And yes, I did switch to my main order to not have Jin in as the main character. These barrels are being really sneaky. The guy that hit them here hit them in multiple locations. It's actually quite a bit. Alright. And yeah, I'm using Laura for this because I feel like she's safer for boss battles and other stuff, although I may switch different characters as they are about them. Like I switched to Minoff earlier for some other stuff. Moment there, travelers. So the repairs to Edge are finished, are they? We were a sleepy village to begin with, but after the bridge fell, our trickle citadels dried up completely. I'm glad the bridge fixed. Say, if you're planning on crossing the Dannagh desert from here, it would be a good idea to rest up at the inn first. It's out there in the desert, even for strong drivers in blades. Alright. Nice inn. Although we already kind of... it's dangerous, because we were already told about that before. Semi I2, see now that's better than Semi I1 by quite a bit. It's certainly rare to meet drivers and their blades. I came here to investigate monsters. It's quite the life for an old lady. Wouldn't trade it for the world. You seem like reliable young tykes. Maybe I'll tell you about it someday. If you want to know more about the village, though, you're gonna have to ask someone else. I'm just a visitor here. Alright. Call him the Mr. Granny for some reason. I wonder why that's the case. Maybe we'll find out later. If she gets a quest. If she ends up having a quest. And yep. Yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, you're looking at a town that's actually not destroyed for once. Oh, okay, there it was. So, actually was hiding here this entire time. I was just getting really unlucky with collection points. Like I said, it's random what collection points come in, so it's possible I could have picked up the shepherd's thing that I need, like, right away, but for some reason it was being hard. Alright. Okay, these have lots of elemental stuff, which are actually kind of useful. Equipment for our blades. I like how, because that putting crystal on took a while, like having to actually turn your blade core chips into actual or chips or ever into proper core chips took a while, so I'm glad they removed that part of it. It just allowed you to do it normally. Drivers and blades. If you're to cross the Dannagh desert, would you come and stay at my inn first? I'll have much to share with you, but will you let me do what I can? There's a reason I've been running this inn for the past 70-odd years. You know, I like helping folks. He's come in. No reason not to stay at this point.
あんた、オルネラさんのブレードだったお人かね。
オルネラ？いや、俺は。
そうじゃろ。ほら、この絵軍の。
この絵。
懐かしいの。あの時はまだこんくらいの子供での。その条件を背負った姿。憧れたもんじゃ。あんたたちが来てくれなかったら今頃この村。そうじゃ。あんたたちが暮らしてた家、村外れに残っとるんじゃよ。
家？
House? But what else? What else?
裏手見てくるね。
ああ。
Now he's starting to remember where he actually belonged in at Jin. Okay.
$90年くらい経ってるって聞いたけど、どうしたの？何か思い出のものでもあった？
いや、何もないよ。
そうか、残念だな。前のあなた知りたかったのに。
俺は俺だ。いつだって変わりはない。ラウラ、どうした？大丈夫か？
胸に刺さった。ズッキューンって。
胸？ず？
いい。今のセリフすっごくいい。
That was such an awesome line, Laura says. So that's cool.
あなた時よりものすっごく胸に刺さる言い方するの。
俺の？
天性の女だらしね、あなた。
いや、俺は単に。
絶対以前もきっとそう。
Oh gosh, what is this?
一体何を？
幸せそう。いい笑顔だね。この人でしょ、オルネラさんって。
ああ、多分そうだと思う。
あなたの隣でこんな笑顔で笑っていられるんだもの。そうだよ、絶対。
ラウラ。
そうだ、撮ろう、写真。
写真？
私たちも。ちょっと、なんで部外者まで割り込んでくるのよ。私はシンと。
いいじゃないか。五越同州一連卓勝、袖振り合うもんなんとやらでさ。
それあまりいい例えではないぞ。
抜け駆けなんてダメですからね。
新鮮だな、こういうの。
Alright, don't take it fairly fiddle, huh?
いいじゃない。これも正解。
そうやね。
なんなのよこの人たち。
それじ ゃ取りますよ。皆さん笑って笑って。はい。
Alright. Was fun cutscene there.
いつからアデルと
3年くらいかな。光とは1年くらい。村が洪水で流されちゃってね。助けてもらったんだ、アデル様に。
そう、戦争じゃないんだ。
同じだよ。物資が足りないとかで山を丸裸にして、それで洪水が起こって。姉ちゃん、母さん探してたんだろ。やっぱ戦争で生き別れたとか。
だったらよかったんだけどね。訳ありだったんだ、うち。
訳ありって。そっか。
母さん雇われだったんだけどね。私は10歳まで駒使いしていて、そんな時にシンと出会ったの。
10歳でドライバ
ー？人情沙汰になっちゃって逃げるように家を飛び出して、気がついたら17
年。27には見えないな。20歳くらいかと思ってた。
こいつ嬉しいこと言ってくれるじゃない。
じゃあ俺やサタと同じだな。
そうね、今はそんな子たちだらけだから一緒にいてあげたいなって。私のそばにシンがいてくれたように、たとえ本当の家族でなくってもね、サタヒコ。あら、ノーリアクション？それ結構落ち込むんだけど。
大丈夫だよ、こいつ喜んでるよ。
すごい、わかるの？
まあね。
そっか。よし、元気が湧いてきたぞ。一日も早く平和な世界にしてみんなで暮らそう。
おう。
If it's one thing I've learned, apparently Mick's really the shy type in this game. That's one thing.
私が？
天の聖杯だからって無理する必要はない。
私は別に無理なんか。
自然なままの君でいればいいと思うよ、僕は。
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, if you that's just, my mom's probably coming home just now, so yeah, it's not
やっ
important.
ぱり連れてくのかな。
心配なのか。
Okay,
今の
hang
よう
on, I'm
どこにいた
gonna
って
wait until it's
戦いが
done
す
saying
ぐそばにある。
anything else. Our West is a dangerous place. Yeah, well, I think we already know that. But what about Malus? I was about to say, what about if we fought Malus? Is that nothing gonna happen?
気持ちを聞くだけ。固まってるなら私もそれに従うだけだから。あんたいつからそこに。なんで人のベッドで寝てるのよ。
何言ってんだ。
This music is so good, by the way.
やめろ。ここは俺のベッドだ。お前のベッドはそっちだな。いつもみんなに迷惑ばっかりかけやがって、このダサい棒。
That sounds like that kid we were just with before.
もういい加減にと、それ
騒がしいな。何をやっている？
今は行かない方がいい。
It's probably better to sit this one out. Oh yeah. After all,
したりしよう。
After all, you don't want to get in the way of other people's arguments. I've learned that the hard way in real life, and that can sometimes get you in trouble. Alright. Still going on.
おはよ
おはよ
Oh no, Adam has a
う。
scratch.
大丈夫？
He was one of the people that got in.
これなら大丈夫。
災難だったね。
ああ、本当にとばっちりだよ。
Oh, are we gonna see a fast clip of what happened or not?
以前、もし自分のような子供に出会ったら力になりたいって言われてね。ついてくるなとは言えなかった。
そう。あの子たちなりに考えてるんだね。この世界での自分たちの居場所を。
あの年で大したもんだよ。
なら私たち大人が守ってやらないとね。
なあ、責任重大だな。
Right. Okay. Right. All ready for a quick mosey across the desert? That is assuming you all got your medicine. Right here. Leave my side. How about you, Milton and Call? Well, good. I've been keeping tabs on him since morning. Let's embrace the arid beauty of the Dan Desert. Be able to see the capital before long. I hope we won't get lost out there. The luxury. The capital needs to be informed of Mal's intentions as soon as possible. Now let's make haste. Alright. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't see him yet, so he joins our party as well.
なんか楽しくなってきた。
Let's go back and collect some of the items that we got again and stay well if respawned. Whenever a cutscene triggers, the items that you collected will respawn and you can pick them up again. Which means we can pick up some more. I also just realized certain items may only spawn in certain spots, so there's not very many collection points where they can spawn, and it's not guaranteed. Oh, there's a single
なんか楽しくなってきた。
Esther art that we can send to. Come visit me whenever you can. You seem aimed to be able folk. I got a little job for you. You might have noticed that Ferris live in the vicinity of this here hiker village. Well, help me out greatly if you could defeat a few of the ugly boots and bring me some Ferris beast meat. I might go out and help the Ferris myself, but lately they've been more aggressive than normal, and I'm not up to taking them on myself. Without Ferris beast meat, we can't make hybrid meatball stew. Which is to say, we can't make the one famous dish served at Teal's Inn. On top of that, my son's feeling a mighty craving for that stuff, and I don't want him to go hungry. So will you help us out? We're relying on you. Alright. We know how to defeat Ferris. And we even got that a lot. Do you bring a Ferris beast meat I want? Much appreciated. We already hunted them out because we did that as part of our grind, and I even killed a couple extra while I was doing some sales, so we more than collected enough. That means Tio will be able to keep serving up his specialty, at least for this time being. I'll be able to feed my son hybrid meatball soup for his stomach's content. As a reward, you may have not noticed, we're not exactly living in luxury here. Every day is a scrabble. How about I give you the recipe for hybrid meatball stew? Like they say, teach a man to fish. Tio might not be pleased with me sharing a secret recipe, but that's his problem, not mine. Alright. Ah, thanks. I hope the recipe serves you well. Alright. No recipe. And we gained an arcane ever. Almost got to level well, actually, we still need free quest. We'll probably still have to do some more community building.
無事解決だな。
Got another quartet. I just noticed what that was. I think we saw that as a buyable award before. Okay, now we got another level 5 key affinity award. This is the important collection point. Unfortunately, we didn't get the fire this time. It also seems to be random whether or not the skill I need triggers or not. Sometimes it triggers a different skill instead, which is weird. But anyways, that's the main reason why I did all that writing. I just noticed actually that related this collection point too, which is nice. If you're wondering why I'm not making the other items, it's both because I need other stuff, Hazard, and also, well, because I need... It's more or less, I don't have enough to make all of the items that I need from that. Alright, let's check Mikra's key awards so we can put that. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna need to explore more for the remaining awards, so I think it's faster if we just go over here. Get this chest over here, though. If we can find a good item, then that will help us out a lot. Oh. Level 30 pulls for this Haraway. Alright, well, we're gonna have to battle him now. This is supposed to be a higher level monster, so we're probably not going to use our ability. There is a reason to use that ability, by the way, because Laura can combo that into a bunch of other stuff. Alright. Alright. We don't have enough to get the chain attack this time, but I don't need that. All I need is to get this treasure trove. This is all I wanted. Fusion combo seems like it could be useful, but I don't know how useful that is. You know what? I felt, instead of seeing how useful it is, why not just put it on one of our blades and see how useful it is? There's this cool fusion combo effect by a certain amount and restore health. Let's use both of those, actually. Actually, he doesn't even have stuff. Let's do Art's Heal. Elemental Orb Prioritizer, and, Hunter's Chemistry. Last time I used that, Phil, and it was pretty useful. And then for Jin, won't always be able to arms attack, so we're gonna say Fusion Combo stuff, and let's test it out. Let's just replace that with that. This one I need to keep though, because a 30% increase is actually quite a lot. It makes his damage go way through the roof. And we'll probably level up our weapon later. Alright, now we need to go back to Hybrid Village again. So we did all for that chest. Hey, looks like because we did that, we can collect the collection points we did again. Now we know that this is a spot where they could spawn, it'll be a lot easier to farm this time. Typically, once you find where an item is, you could just continuously farm it. Okay, there we go. We got a lot more that time. Okay, rather than teleporting to another camp, I think I'm just gonna try and find one as a landmark before I use that. But yeah, those Memoras have a really long pull distance. Kind of awkward and annoying. But again, we could just kill it, no problem. Alright. This first part of the desert. We already got a lot of skills, so I don't see the need to kill anything just yet. And now I just need to continue going through it. Oh, look at that big buy. Well, 55, Flying Fortress Desmore. He's not... I don't know how far he pulls away from, but, yeah, I would die if I ran into that, so let's try not to run into that thing. I'll pick up this quest on the way just so that we have it in our inventory. Okay, we found Den Desert now. And we actually found a point right here. Okay, that's convenient. There's nothing here, nothing at all. That fraud, that note pawn sold me false information I serve. What? Why am I angry? It's you. Here, this treasure map. Today in Torna's capital, I met a note pawn who sold it to me on the cheap. X marked spot. And he said I believed him. I've been looking up to Golden Twin Mesa, looking all over, but I haven't found a thing. As this treasure map isn't worth the paper it's drawn on, I guess I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. By the way, it's raining in a desert. That's probably good for it, right? Or maybe I'm just going about this the wrong way and need some kind of special skill to find treasure. I'm fed up with this now, but maybe if you can have a go at tracking down the treasure for me. What do you say? Of course you'll bring it back. I'll let you keep it, promise. Because, you know, finding out the truth of the matter is the most important to me than the treasure right now. Good luck with that. Alright. And another community member. Alright. Alright. Okay, well, that's not the important one we need from Shepherd's Cornet. We need her favorite item, which is the... this. We need 2 of these wildflower salads for a, ouch item setup. Although we need more moonbeam bananas for the second one. Sorry, we could just use one right now and then use the second one a bit later. Right. That one quest we did give us a lot of experience, in addition to that other one. We're able to get a lot of levels. Bonus experience so far has been like our main way to level up. Let's see, are we gonna follow tutorial steps? Is there gonna be another long cutscene? I'm tempted to just go across the desert right now. Actually, better yet, maybe we could just get the side quest and be out of here. Oh, there's 2 spots where it could be, though. Let's see. If anything's somewhat tough, like around my level fights, I'm probably gonna battle it for the extra experience. Because that's how you get your skills up in this game, by just battling constantly. There's no easy way to level it up.
何が入ってるのか
何が
な。
埋まっているか。
Alright, we have the mining and the fortitude for this one. So now we can finally see what this does.
何が
That
入っ
was
て
the
るのかな。
last skill we need, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get it into or not. That's a fake. I think. According to the setup, there's actually a second one over here.
なんか楽しくなってきた。見ると。
Oh, there's a greedy adventurer here. Water. Oh no, you need water right away.
困った時はお互い様だ。
Oh, there's an exclamation if I have a chains, I may have already found it. Oh! Find items with a higher water content and deliver them here. Hey, well, we have lots of these. Let's give some of these first. And give you a pineapple just cuz. And then do sour avocado. Oh, that actually had a lot. I think it was faster to just do that, but whatever. We gave her a little bit of everything there. Ah, I feel so much better. Really saved my bacon, thank you. Name's Pal, just an adventure with a dream of finding fame and fortune here in the down desert. Though dream implies it might not actually happen, eh? Believe you me, it's definitely gonna happen. It has to. I was pretty ravenous, so I chowed down a couple of red pollen herbs I found in the green barrel. But then my body got really hot, so I got down a huge batch of water. Partner, but they never came back. When I ran out of food and water, I was gonna die. Why didn't you just go back to the camp? I didn't want to give up my lead. The legends say that the dang desert has gold lying all over the place for anyone to take. Partner and I made it out here before anyone else. Hey, Adam. Is that true about the gold? Ask any Tornan school child and they'll tell you that it is. No more than a legend, then. I should have known you were not a believers. Steady on, we're not downing you. We didn't come all the way out here today because some childhood fairy tale, you know. We got a machine that tells you exactly where the gold is. I see. That's your hidden weapon? Precisely, my partner hauled it up in a little salvage. All it needs is a gravitonic clutch and should be up and running, sniffing out gold like nobody's business. See, Ain doesn't look that amazing to me. Oh, we have someone. Yeah. Sorry, done is slightly late. Slightly? I nearly shoveled up and died first out of here. Biggest apologies. Oh wait, it's you. You again? Friends are same friends who helped Dun before. Fancy meeting you here. Wait a second, Dun. You know this people? Yes, friends were big help when Dun needed to get gravitonic clutch. Oh, Sal world, eh? This isn't a time for idle chit-chat, no sir. We need to get that fortune finder Machan 4000 up and running. Dun on it. Alright. All done. Does it work? Does it work? When switch on, machine will run all over desert and find gold that's buried in sand properly. Wow, pretty impressive. Some high-tech wizardry, that's for sure. Right then, Dun, my old mate. Time to close our eyes, cross our fingers, and dream of gold. Switch on now. It's that. Did it find anything? Yeah. Dun. I noticed that fortune finder Machan failed to find her Machan any important. It turns out Dun's self-taught engineering skills not sufficient. Yeah, fun. So give you asked penny of my savings into FF400, so it better produce results and fast. Machine need remodeled by Xer, like crazy adventurer who live in Cathal or anyone. Please to not pressuring Dun anymore. Seems to have collapsed well. Hey, please help me out. Dannagh has already outlived his usefulness, so you're all I got. To tell you the truth, I'm a little curious myself as to whether there's any gold in the desert, so why not? Yes, indeed. Consider my interest piqued. Alright. Let's go and find someone good with machinery. We're gonna have to find them. Alright. Wow, there's actually ways to lose civility. So you'll lose and gain civility members depending on what choices you make in certain quests. We got a new recipe from Hugo just from doing that. What? You found the treasure? Really? Well, so that no pun was telling the truth after all. I won't hold it against me from bothering you with my little misunderstanding, will you? And thank you so ever much for getting to the bottom of my little mystery, even if it wasn't much of one. Like I promised, the treasure is yours. Alright. Okay. There we go. So my eye's pretty decent. I think that Priest's accuracy could be very important, especially for fighting high-level monsters who miss their attacks. And I guess having something that makes your break arts land more regularly can help too. Oh! We need to make a new item for Hugo to continue on. So this new item we got with Hugo, we actually need to make. And this item called... So I guess more than an expert, what they really needed was Hugo to make a special item just for them. Alright. Trying to make all the different items that these characters have to make. Alright. Okay. That's fine, we just leveled up here. Makes sense that I won't have enough of the science to level up. Alright. So we got that item, which should update us to get that S10 later. So as it turns out, they didn't need a secret setup. It's more that they just needed a literal, really cool character that does stuff really well, like a master technician in the form of Hugo, the leader, to make stuff for us. That is why our friends are so nice, because they can do things like that. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Yeah, I kinda lied. We did do some storyline progression, that's the important part, but we didn't fight any bosses. Maybe we will fight bosses in the next video, who knows. Until then though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.